Hello everyone, welcome to our next online video lesson with me, Teacher Morgan. It is Unit 6, lesson number 6. Okay, let's go full screen, get started. Remember today, in the last video I told you we're doing 2 pages in our workbook. Okay, so you're going to need your workbook today. We're going to do 2 pages in the workbook. Okay, but let's get started. Remember, Unit 6 is all about music and sport. Music and sport. So let's go through our words. Don't need to look at the pictures today because I trust that you know them. Our music words: piano, guitar, violin, drums, flute, and cello. Our sport words: soccer, badminton, basketball, baseball, table tennis, and volleyball. Okay, these are all of the words that you need to remember for Unit 6. Because remember, in the next week's videos, I think lesson number 9 is going to be your spelling test, okay? So it is very important that you practice spelling these words, okay? Very big words, not easy words this unit. Anyway, let's move on. Let's look at your questions, your Unit 6 questions. Okay, question 1, do you verb? Do you eat? Do you run? Do you want? Do you have? Do you aragadai? The answers will be yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay, because I'm asking you, and remember, if I'm asking you, you say I. Okay. Now let's do the next one, which is does he verb? Does he have? Does he want? Does he see? Does he do? Does he like? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And remember, if it's he, we're talking about a boy. Okay, and the last one is does she verb? Does she cook? Does she run? Does she hear? Does she swim? And the answer will be yes, she does, or no, she doesn't. And remember, if it is she, we're talking about a girl. Okay, and the verb that we're going to use in Unit 6 is play. Len, play. Do you play? Do you play? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he play? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And does she play? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Okay, and let's go through them. So, do you play soccer? Do you play badminton? Do you play basketball? And here's all your sports. And let's do the music ones. Do you play the piano? Do you play the guitar? Do you play the violin? And here's all your musical instruments. Now look at the musical instruments and remember, for the musical instruments, you need to put the word the before it. You need to say the piano, the guitar, the violin. Okay? Not the soccer, not the badminton, but with the musical instruments, you need to say the. Okay? And what's the answer? Do you play soccer? Yes, I do. Do you play volleyball? No, I don't. There we go. That's your answers. Now let's change the pronoun to he. Does he play soccer? Does he play badminton? Does he play the piano? Answers yes, he does, and no, he doesn't. And the last one, if it's she, does she play soccer? Does she play volleyball? Does she play the cello? Yes, she does, and no, she doesn't. Okay, now let's go over your new question. We did this in the last video, and that was your what question. What? What do you do after school? What do you do after school? What does he do after school? And what does she do after school? Okay, now let's go through your answers. What do you do after school? Okay, you say I verb object. So I eat dinner, I read books, I swim in the pool, I study English, I do homework, I play the piano. Okay, so remember that's the answer. I verb object. Then if it's a boy, what does he do after school? What does he do after school? He, verb plus S, object. He, verb, object. But remember to add an S. So that'll be he eats dinner, he reads books, he swims, he studies, he does, and he plays. Okay, so remember, well, if it ends in a Y, okay, I've not been over this rule with you, but if it ends in a Y, you have to take away the Y and then add IES, okay? Sometimes I have to go over that with you, okay? And, whoops. But yes, if it ends in an O, you have to add ES. Okay, and next one, it's a girl. So you say, what does she do after school? And the answer is she, verb, object. But we have to add an S to the verb. Okay, so let's look at them. She eats dinner, she reads books, she swims in the pool, she studies English, she does homework, and she plays the piano. Okay, so remember to add an S if it is he or she. Okay, now it's workbook time, guys. Let's go through your workbook. What pages are we doing? Have I changed it? Oh my god, that's wrong. Oh god, that is wrong. Okay, it is not 52 and 53. That I didn't change that. 2 seconds. It's not 52 and 53. It's 58 and 59. Okay, that's better. 2 videos in a row that has happened. That is terrible. Sorry. I am so sorry, guys. Okay, going back. It is workbook time. It is workbook time. And we are doing pages 58 and 59. So let's go through it. Workbook time. What page? What page are we doing? Page 58 and 59. Okay, let's have a look at those pages. Here's 58 and here is 59. Okay, so as you can see, there's activity A, activity B, activity C, and activity D. 4 activities to do. Okay, so let's go through them together. Activity A, very easy. We've got these 6 pictures and they have numbers. Okay, what you need to do is you need to look and number. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Let's look at number 1. What is number 1? What sport is number 1? Is it badminton, baseball, basketball, soccer, table tennis, or volleyball? What is number 1? It is soccer. That's right. It is soccer. So at soccer, what number is soccer? Soccer is number 1. Okay. Then the next one would be number 2. What sport is this? You can write the number. I'll tell you. Okay. So just in case you don't know, number 2 is volleyball. Number 3, table tennis. Number 4, baseball. Number 5 is basketball. And number 6 is badminton. Okay, I'm only going to say it once. I've given you the answers now. So yes, that's what we do. Just put the number beside the correct word. Okay, next one. Activity B. It says cross out and write. Okay, I just want you to practice your spelling. So let's look. Oh, oops. Oh, I gave you the answer. Let's look at the picture here for number 1. What is this sport? Of course, that is soccer. How do you spell soccer? Well, look at these letters. We go S-O, that's right. S-O-C, that's right. S-O-C-O, no O. Take away the O. So draw a line through the O. S-O-C-C, that's right. S-O-C-C. S-O-C-C-O, not O. Cross out the O. E-R, that's right. S-O-C-C-E-R. And that is correct. S-O-C-C-E-R. Soccer. Okay, can you do number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6 by yourself? Okay, next one, activity C. It says look and circle. Look and circle. Okay, so number 1, what do you do after school? Okay, what is the answer? Is it I play table tennis, or I play badminton. So let's look at number 1. Here's number 1. What is this? Is that table tennis or is it badminton? What do we think? It is table tennis, that's right. So number 1, circle, table tennis. And then number 2, is it she plays basketball or she plays soccer? Then number 3, is it he plays baseball or he plays volleyball? What is this, baseball or volleyball? Okay, and the last one, activity D. It's activity D. It says look and write. Look and write. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Let's look at number 2, because here we've got number 1. What do you do after school? I play volleyball. Number 1, volleyball. What do you do after school? I play volleyball. Then number 2 is this one. Okay, so what's the first word? Does. Does. Well. What does? That's right. What does? And look, it's does. So we know it's not you. It's not does you. Let's look at the picture. It's a boy. It is a boy. So it's what does he do after school? What does he do after school? What's the answer? He plays. Alright, he plays what? What does he play? He plays basketball. That's right. He plays basketball. And then put your full stop on the end. Okay, that is you guys. That is everything you need to do. When you are finished, can you send me a photograph of your completed work and send it to me on the Patai e-learning platform? And that is us finished for today. Let's go through our lesson again. The 3 questions. What do you do? What does he do? What does she do? And your answers. I play, he plays, and she plays. Okay, remember if it's he or she, you have to add that S. And remember if it's the musical instrument, you have to say the. Okay. And that is you guys. We're flying through Unit 6. We're going through it so fast. Next week, we will have your spelling test. So it's very important that you practice your spellings. And yeah, we'll be practicing more of your verbs. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I've got so much planned for Unit 6. But yeah, all I can tell you is the spelling test is next week. So please practice for your spelling test. Anyway, guys, that is me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, or I will see you in our Google Meet classroom. Okay. All right. Goodbye, guys. Have a very good day.